Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to DOdaily, Wednesday workout. It's Des here, of course. Just looking to offer up some midweek motivation, some positivity, some inspiration to get out there and stay active. When the week might be creeping up on top of us, there's so much to be positive about right now. Feeling absolutely fantastic. After yesterday's solidarity session, which worked really well. So many got involved, so many posted in their pictures of where they are, what they was doing, and it put me in such a great frame of mind, building on some of that positivity that's been building over the last couple of weeks, whilst there's been one or two little hiccups in between, feeling really good about what I do, really positive about the activity. The amazing weather right now is just adding to that, and that solidarity session was just a tonic. Worked exactly how I wanted it to work. I keep encouraging people to get involved in all the time, and plenty did just that. And when we can get out and do the things we enjoy, of course with the lessening restrictions, the fact that we can meet different people, more people, that really helps as well, doesn't it? It's really made a difference to me. Managed to get a run in despite the injury. I'm taking it really easy at the moment. Fingers crossed it's not as bad as I first thought. So I'm going to take it easy for another 2 or 3 days, just sort of plod around, keeping myself on top of it so I don't lose that motivation. A little bit stubborn as well. I've still got the streak going. I thought I would have to stop, put me in a bad mood on Sunday, but since I've realised I can carry on, so like I say, I'll just take it easy. But all in all, everything's really positive. And like I say, having done that little run last night, I got to sort of meet a few friends I'd not seen. We had a drink, all socially distant, all in a safe environment. There's been much talk here in Nottingham about people filling up parks and leaving litter, and whilst I don't want to be getting to the crux of that, I feel really strongly that people should be allowed to visit these places, and do this. This is moving forward. This is what we have to do. If people are doing things wrong, they need to be sort of picked out and made an example, not made an example, but sort of dealt with appropriately to so they don't do it again, so they don't ruin it for everyone. We need to move forward with this situation, and through what we've done in terms of activity, I feel we've made a real concerted effort with that. We need the support and help of everyone around us. So for me, that includes local councils and such thing, in really getting to the crux of the matter. But like I say, I could really get on my soapbox about that, but I'm not going to, because like I say, feeling absolutely fantastic about what I'm doing. I'm just out now by the river again. Lots of people out, but lots of people seem to be doing it the right way. I'm just getting in some steps because, as you'll know, throughout Lent we've been working to try and complete 10,000 steps a day, every day for the 40 days, and extended through this week to take us up to Easter. Whilst the challenge officially finished last Sunday, I'm going to post up all the results this evening, and show just how fantastically well people have done. I think to this point, including the extra few days, we've done about 15 million steps between 22 of the guys who made that commitment to take part, and that's fantastic, isn't it? What it does do, it just makes people aware of what they're doing. One guy in particular did over 1 million, lots have done over 500,000. 10,000 steps a day equaled up to 400,000, so anything sort of above and beyond that's absolutely amazing. What I've said all throughout, it's easy to complete on any given day, but to do it back to back, to do it for a prolonged period of time, is really tricky. Life, work gets in the way. So for those guys to complete that, if he didn't complete it for 40 days, it doesn't matter, does it? We go again. It's just made people conscious of what they're doing. So just sort of a willingness to take part, a willingness to monitor what you're doing, shows that you're looking to make that positive change. You're looking to keep moving through the situation, keep doing whatever you can. If you didn't quite do the 40 days at 10,000 steps a day, you might have averaged over 10,000 a day. It all adds up, doesn't it? If you didn't quite manage that, like I say, it's made you sort of aware of what you're doing. And if you want to carry on, because we've got a challenge. I'll mention that shortly. We've got a challenge where you can build on that and take it forward, and that's going to be this week's Wednesday workout. But like I say, look out for the results in the closed Facebook group. I'm encouraging lots of activity in there right now, asking people to post in all their positive posts, inspirational stuff, motivational stuff, to get everybody feeling fantastic. I always say, I don't want to be flippant or arrogant about it. If you don't like that kind of thing, if you don't like a constant feed of positivity, then it's probably not the place for you. But like I said, I don't want to say that in a too flippant way. It's just the way it is. I'll make no apologies for encouraging activity, for encouraging people to get involved, because when they do, I know how much it helps the situation, it helps people in their everyday life, and it helps create this positive change we all need. Going forward, we're going to need to be so positive, aren't we? Things will never go back to the way they used to be, as much as I'd absolutely love them to, as much as we took it for granted. It's not going to get back there, is it? It's going to change, and we're going to have to accept that. We're going to have to move forward, probably be a little bit more responsible for our own actions. That's really important to remember, isn't it? Whilst it's frustrating locally about the possibility of parks closing, those people who have caused that need to be responsible for their actions, and that was my point before. It's really important that we all sort of take a long look at ourselves, realise how we can make things better for everyone around us and for every situation, because I think that's going to be the case. I'm lucky today. I've had my second COVID jab. I'm waiting for the onset of these effects of it. Last time, really suffered for a couple of days, got really tired. So for the time being, I realised I can still get out there, still do the things I do, make the most of everything, make the most of meeting those people again. I've arranged to meet a friend after filming this video, someone I've not done my activity with for a while. So again, it's ticking that box, isn't it? It's giving me that accountability I always talk about, but it's ticking that box of getting out there and making the absolute most. And I think that's what we have to do, guys. It's been a year now of this, and whilst we can't think too far forward, and it's been difficult to do that, it's always great to plan and prepare. I talk about that a lot. But whilst we can't do that, it's about making the most of the situation. I always say, if you're not feeling fantastic, just live one day at a time. Look to what you're doing next, without getting too far ahead of yourself. I even referred to that yesterday in terms of the motivational tips I offered out on Tuesday training. So check back on that. It's just important to sort of make the most, isn't it, when we can't look too far ahead until these restrictions are fully gone, fully out of the way. That's all we can do. We can make the most of what we're doing, and it's really important to do so. Like I say, really sort of pleased to have had that jab, but it just makes me realise how responsible I am now to carry on in the same vein. Not push the boundaries, not push to the absolute limits. Keep sort of my distance, keep working within the regulations. But if we do, and we do it properly, before we know it, we'll be getting back to that place where we can really plan and prepare what we're doing and really start striving for what's coming in the future. So that's what I want to say on that, guys. I did promise you that challenge, the Wednesday workout challenge going forward. Again, I'm going to post details in the closed Facebook group. It's not actually going to start till Sunday. So what I'm looking to do is almost extend on this Lent challenge, the 10,000 steps a day. One of the purposes for doing it over the prolonged time was to create good habits, good routine, get people thinking about doing it every day. And many have adapted that and wanted to extend it to the end of this week. Whilst there's a little quirk between Lent and Easter these days, there's an extra few days. I don't quite get the religious side of it, but many wanted to extend it because they've created that habit. So what I'm suggesting now is a challenge called Last Man Standing. So basically what I'm going to do is put a post on the Facebook group, ask people to get involved, to commit. What they'd need to do every day is complete the 10,000 steps and post it in a WhatsApp group. I'll put the link in there for people to join. Post the amount of steps through the watches, through the apps, a screenshot into the WhatsApp group. And if you don't do it, if the result's not in by 8 a.m. the following day, they get kicked out of the WhatsApp group. When I say kicked out, not brutally, But the point is to see who's the last person. And again, it's that accountability. It's not wanting to be that next person, not in the group. Whilst it's all about inclusivity, you know, and being part of something, I'll be posting throughout how people have got on, how long people have lasted. You know, I can imagine it'll go on for quite a while. So each Wednesday I'm gonna pop in a few little mini challenges, you know, surrounding that as well. I think that's a great way to take this one forward. It's been absolutely brilliant, this challenge. It's created such a buzz around the group, such a buzz around how many people are doing, when people have done real epic days, real epic walks, runs, you know, all these kind of things. And what it does do, it means we can just keep working away at it, keep thinking about the activity levels we're giving out, and give it a real go. And that, guys, is hopefully a bit of midweek motivation this week, the opportunity to do something slightly different, to get involved in what we're doing, to keep enjoying it, you know, and keep making the most. Because I've already said it several times, that's all we can do. But also, please be responsible. Like I say, whilst I'm really frustrated with what Nottingham City Council are doing in closing parks, you know, there's far more benefits than a few people ruining it in one way, you know. So whilst that's all frustrating, it's not going to get me down, you know. I've got my opinions of it as it keeps creeping in, you can see, but I'm going to keep at encouraging people to do it properly, to get out there, make the absolute most, be the example that's been set by these guys on the river. You know, they're absolutely brilliant. Can't see anybody in larger groups than 6. I can't see anybody causing a real issue, but what I can feel is a real buzz. I've felt that all week this week. This is somewhere I get to enjoy every day, you know, and I felt that real buzz and a sort of that hum about the air when people are laughing, joking and really enjoying themselves. And I think with all the things we've already spoke about, the weather, the light nights, you know, the lessening of restrictions, you know, it's just that sort of shot in the arm, no pun intended, after that jab today, a shot in the arm that we all need to keep going. For me personally, you know, whilst I know I'm very lucky in having this so soon, again, it's that real sort of encouragement to stick at it, to get everyone through to a point where we can really go at it, you know, where we can use all this hard work, all this effort we've put in to do things better, to create good habits and change, you know, and we can do it exactly the way we want it. And that's what it's all about, guys. Until Thursday Thoughts, keep posting your questions, keep let me know what you think. Any comments you've got to make, drop them in below. Whatever you're doing today, your steps, you know, where you're doing it, what activities you're doing, I'd love to hear all about it. Please like, share and subscribe to the video if you've enjoyed. Check back on some of the previous ones. Really enjoying it again this week, feeling really positive about it, you know, and really happy with the content. So I'll be back for that live session 6 p.m. tomorrow, answering your questions, absolutely anything. If you want to ask my opinions on some of the things I've spoke about today, on activity, more questions about the challenge or anything like that, you know, injuries, you know, whatever, I'm quite prepared to be open, honest, and try to relate it into what we're doing. If I can do that, I'm achieving what I want to, and I'm even happier. So until tomorrow, guys, when it might not quite be as amazing as this, we're expecting it to drop. Get out there and make the absolute most of it. As you can see behind me, it's absolutely amazing just doing it.